I decided to play Baldur's Gate 3 with my partner, and it has quickly become one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And I'll say right now, it is absolutely hilarious when playing it in multiplayer, although a bit glitchy. So I think it's time I shared a little bit about Baldur's Gate 3 as a gay disaster. Warning, there will be spoilers for the game. Baldur's Gate 3 is a video game that's literally just D&D. Like, there's rolling mechanics, character sheets, the whole shabam. And my partner and I are absolute D&D nerds. Like, play every week kind of nerd. Yes, he is the Eternal DM, and I am the D&D passenger princess. My partner plays Maz, a buff drow fighter. When my partner started the game, he decided he wanted to be evil, which is how Maz was made. Here's just one example of how Maz is. Well, Maz, at one point Shadowheart decided Lae'zel was too big of a threat to keep around. Unfortunately, it was Maz who came upon the situation and not Faye. And in this situation, Maz said, bet. To which Shadowheart did indeed bet. And that's how Lae'zel died in our playthrough. Also, you may see some reenactments through this video with a Dragonborn who is not Faye and is not Maz. I just don't have all of our old save files, so this man is gonna be our hired actor for those parts. Look, we did start with big backstories or really cool ideas for our characters. We just did whatever we wanted at the time. So you'll find out more about Maz, but for now I'll just tell you the basics. She's a strong woman of very questionable morals. She always chooses what's the most entertaining to her, and what's the most entertaining is usually bloodshed. She's a murder hobo. Maz is also kind to a total of 1.5 people, that one being Faye, who's obviously my character. I play Faye. Faye is my dream pastel pink tiefling paladin who's virtuous, kind of, fights for good, questionably, and never does harm, on purpose probably. Faye's patron is some goddess of good. I can't remember who I chose, but I think it was whoever is the opposite of Shar. You can probably tell how devout I am to my goddess by that sentence alone. And I should make it clear, yes, Maz and Faye are dating, but due to me and my partner wanting to romance NPCs, they are in an open relationship. We literally just play for fun, so try not to take any of our shenanigans too seriously. The story starts out like any good hero's journey, with a call to an adventure. And our call is being kidnapped by squid men who put worms in our eyeball. Gross. But we handle it like champs. And along the way we meet Mean Lady, but we already have one of those, and mine's a rescue. Devout goddess follower, obviously throwing her to the side because one of us has to change. A pale elf who has the skin of a killer Bella, and the one who actually has main character energy. But the most important companion, the best character in the whole game, the absolute love of my life. That isn't Maz, of course. Alfira. No, wait, she can't join the party. Karlach! What can I say? From the moment I met Karlach, it was love at first fight. I would do anything for Karlach. I found infernal iron for her, fixed her mechanical heart a few times, to the best of this man's ability, showered her in compliments, never left her side for the all of Act 1. There are 3 acts in this game, by the way. I was committed to Karlach. But then, let's talk about Maz's love life before we get to that. Maz decided to seduce Astarion. At first, I was all for this. I was happy for Maz. I was happy she found the perfect person for her life. And then he started talking. Astarion is the 0.5 people Maz is kind to. I say only 0.5 because this little stinky gremlin likes it when you are mean to him, so you don't be kind all that often. And their romance is going great. Now let's make this clear. Faye hates Astarion, and it's not because he's in a relationship with her girlfriend. No. It's because of who he is as a person. Like, this man gets mad at you for stopping children from dying. Who does that? Anytime you try to help anyone in need, he takes it as a personal attack against him. Like, you'd think helping refugee tieflings is a good thing, and not the equivalent of punching his dear old grandmother in the face. Wait, on second thought, I'm sure he'd actually find it hysterical if you punched his theoretical grandmother in the face. So yeah, I don't like him, and he does not like me. And look, I know he's awful because he's severely traumatized, but just because someone's traumatized by demons of their past doesn't mean they get a free pass to be a murder hobo, and I don't need to like them. Wait, why are you looking at my girlfriend? But anyway, enough with Astarion. So here's where the I played a gay disaster comes in. Faye has 0 maidens. I know I said I love Karlach, but Karlach has eternally friend-zoned me. I tried to seduce Karlach, but apparently if you can't get her romance option in the party after saving the grove, you just never get to romance her, which is kind of a funny story because we play multiplayer on a split screen. So the night after the party, on my side of the screen was Faye sleeping like a baby, while on my partner's side was Maz doing the deed with Astarion. I even drew a little sketch of it at the time because it was pretty pathetic. But anyway, Karlach, light of my life. Besides Maz, of course, once again. And it literally breaks my heroic little heart that she will never see me as anything more than a friend. Am I the problem? Anyway, so Karlach didn't work out. I then decided to try and partner up with Halzane, who you get in your party in Act 2. Now, Faye is a lesbian, but Halzane is a druid himbo who has a fursona, so let's try not to think about it too hard. I helped him save his childhood friend, lifted the shadow curse he spent his life fighting, assured him that I love furries, and after all that, Halzane, who's never had a conversation with Maz, the evil drow, liked her way more than he liked me. And I get it. I mean, like, look at Maz. She's a hot goth girlfriend, but still, am I not worthy of love? Aren't I a human-ish being? Don't I yearn and ache? So that did fall through. I then decided to do something I never thought I would do. Let another holy woman in my life. Shadowheart. Mainly because she seemed to always like me, and at this point, we're pretty late into Act 2, and I'm desperate for love. After her quest line, it didn't work out. Yeah, so, I have no maidens and no more options because someone let Shadowheart kill Lae'zel, and Will kind of just felt too close to Karlach to try and seduce him, so he's out. And there's no one else. That's everyone. Okay, but seriously, we got to Gil's questline, and it was only at that point I realized we never let him out of the magical portal. So I guess he lives there. So the only person who wants a relationship with Faye is Maz, who she's currently sharing with the little gross Astarion. Yeah, it hurts. Maz is doing great, while Faye takes hit after hit. Goodness doesn't always prevail, my friends. Not only does Faye have a total of 0 game in the dating department, it's honestly shocking she even managed to seduce Maz. It's now canon that Faye is the first person Maz ever felt genuine pity for, because the first time they met, Faye definitely hit on Maz, and the attempt was so sad that Maz started pity dating Faye. and at some point started liking this pathetic little pink lady. And Faye falls in other senses, like the holy sense, because Faye started out as a holy paladin sworn to an oath of heroism. But at some point, I was just walking, and suddenly my holy oath father came down to tell me I had broken my oath. How? Well, someone, I won't name names, but someone was robbing a body of an innocent, and I got blamed for it. Now listen, I know you can pay to get your oath back, and I talked to Maz, who begrudgingly agreed to give me her pocket change so I could do so. But then I met the Oathbreaker Paladin, who just so happens to be Irish and my new dad. So, yeah, I traded my religion for a healthy father figure. I guess it kind of all worked out, but I'm still a little salty about it. So now you know, Maz is amazing and hot, while Faye is there too. I don't know what else to say about them. I mean, despite everything, they are happy together and they do love each other. Maz picks up Faye with every rejection and reminds her that not only is she good enough, but she's better than everyone else. This is a lie. This is a lie. But it keeps this pathetic little pastel girl going, and I guess that's what counts. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of hilarious how much of a train wreck Faye is, because she was supposed to be the stereotypical hero who always does what's right and always comes out on top. And it's very, very funny that Baldur's Gate just decided to say, no, it's not that kind of game, specifically to you and only you, you dumb, maidenless creature. And that's the game. We still haven't finished, so maybe one day Faye will actually succeed in romance and succeed in killing Astarion. But until then, she'll just have to sob, cry, and throw up. So that's all I gotta say. Shout out to my partner, who is an absolute champ while playing with me. He lets me take super strong items purely for aesthetics. Faye may be a dumpster fire, but she is a well-dressed one, and he's really trying to help me succeed at romance. I can't recommend this game enough, especially if you love D&D. It just has spectacular quests, amazing soundtracks, and really some of the best storylines I've ever seen in a game. If you like my art, please subscribe. I drew everything myself, and it did take a very, very long time. I also have a goal of reaching 100 subscribers in my first year of YouTube, so I'd really appreciate if you could help me reach that. That's all for now. Bye! And thank you for watching my video.